Alright, welcome back guys. I got another game right here for you, Pokemon Auto Chess. This is Luke. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, let's see. Pick up the Steel start for sure. Let's go ahead and grab some of these guys. We got that Clink. Let's go ahead and run Steel. Let's see if we can get maybe a Steel game would be pretty cool. I haven't done one of those in a pretty long time. So let's definitely check that out. Now that we're just kind of waiting through some of these PvE stages, I am sitting at 1027 is my current ranking. I would like to get up to 1050 and then 1100 soon. I'm just going to keep playing some ranked games. I'm going to try and post every single one that I play, as long as all the recordings go okay. If there's any kind of build you guys want to see me play, definitely put that down in the comments. I'm always open to trying anything. This could be one of those games where, just like in one of my previous videos, if I don't see anyone playing these Steel Pokemon, I will likely just Hyper Roll and try and find the Clang and the Lairon, and it looks like that's what I'm going to do here. Don't see anything, but you can't judge it too soon. I usually like to wait until the end of this next turn. Right, so we already have a Soldew. If we're going to go Steel Rock, we definitely want King's bands. We definitely want some speed options and then some defense. So I'm going to take the Heart Scale to start. I'm going to try and go for this Steel. So let's go ahead and sell everything here, and we can start looking around. Let's see, let's go ahead and take a look. No Steel, no Steel, no Steel, nothing, nothing. We got one rock guy, but he might be going ground. And then I don't know what that guy's got, but... Alright, so... Magnet here is really good. I'll take another Heart Scale. Go ahead and take the Magnet, get an early Muscle Band. We already have the one Muscle Band, but can never hurt to get another Magnet. Alright, here we're just going to be looking for our Steel guys. I do really like Piplup. We'll throw him in there for now. Alright, Piplup. Good for Steel. There we go. Alright. Looking really good. Another one right there. We'll lock, and then if we don't end up winning the fight, I will go ahead and just buy him and then unlock the shop. So here, when its gear spin, it grants 1 speed every 2 seconds to the team. So let's go ahead and put a Soldew on him, or an upgrade. I think maybe getting the Soldew on him will be really good. Let's start off. Alright, we won the errand, so we got a little late on the shop block there. Alright, we got another Magnet. Let's go ahead and take the Magnet. Never go wrong with magnets. I love magnets. Get the Soldew on here. Let's get a Muscle Band on here. Try and win as many fights as we can in the early game to help us with the economy later on. Got another Piplup. Am I really going to be shooting for Piplups? Probably. Get some shield. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep the Piplups going. Typically when I do this rolling strategy, you don't want to pick up uncommons because it costs a little too much. You really only want to pick up the gray commons because they only cost 1 gold each. But we already got the Prinplup. Now we only need 5 more Piplups. It's still 40% chance to see uncommons, whereas 50%. So we have a 90% chance to see that rarity of Pokemon, which isn't bad at all. With our magnets, we're looking for stuff like, honestly, so many good items with the magnet. Ooh, we got another Ice Steel, the Sandshrew. We will be picking him up, and now we're rolling for a couple different options. Let's see here. I don't think we want Magnemite. That's too many. Of course, we get offered a bunch of them now. Didn't find anything there, so little unlucky, but we're going to just roll with this. this team looks pretty solid for now. I'd be surprised if we lost any early games. We could potentially lose, I was going to say, to the bug guy just because he's got so many, but I think my Lairon is going to be just really good if my Klang can survive as long as possible. I think we should win this with the Soldew Klang. And then Prinplup obviously just eating as much damage as possible. So we should clean this up. Looks really nice here. Hopefully we could start actually finding some more of our triples while our win streak is live. I mean, we're just not finding much. We need a couple more of those guys. 2 more would be nice. Another Lairon. Alright, so we'll lock the shop. If we win again, if it looks like we're winning, I'll unlock it and then hopefully buy the Lairon in time. We'll try to get these triple on these common guys and then work on leveling up. Getting an Alolan Sandshrew would be pretty cool. We do have a little bit of ice synergy. I don't think that there's any ice steel legendaries. I could be wrong, but I don't think that there are. That's fine. Alright, let's unlock the shop. There we go. Plenty of time now. Looking for another spoon so we can get a upgrade for that Klang. I really like to put that combo on my backline characters. Speed plus Soldew. We don't find it. We can get another Muscle Band. I think that's going to be what we want here. Just another Muscle Band. Let's throw that on the Prinplup. And then let's roll. Not finding anything. We found our Piplup. But we're not finding our steel guys. And that's going to set us back quite a bit of money. But that's alright. Can always win a streak and get some more money. I'm not too worried. But we shall see. Alright, let's see. Look really good here. Our Muscle Band guys that are so strong on defense that they eat a crap ton of damage. And see, my Lairon's already at the max. But yeah, we look really good here. Klang stays alive super long, and he gives my other Pokemon, he ups their speed, so really enjoy that. For the sake of money on this round, let's go ahead and just play against this Gyarados. He does have a King's Rock, so that's definitely a little scary. Let's go ahead and stagger some of these guys. Worst case scenario is we get hit by his, I believe, Hydro Pump, and he hits multiple Pokemon at the same time in a line. We really don't want that to happen. But we're going to choose not to roll here so we can get just 1 extra gold for interest, and then we can roll a bunch next round. Or even just after we get the interest. So as soon as we get into the legendary. Now we're looking for anything steel. So uniques, we got a lot of different options. Some of the best ones I think would be a bug steel, just because you can find some copies at the end of the game, and copying a unique or copying anything like that is just really strong. We do find another Muscle Band if we want it. I could potentially take it if we find a tanky steel Pokemon. As funny as that is. Let's see. Alright. There is 2 steel. Let's go ahead and take those. I'll take the steel fossil if I get that one first. We did get it. Nice. All right, now we can start rolling. Let's find our Pokemon. There we go. All right, we got a Klang, so that's really strong for our team. Let's see what we get before we use these items. All right. Arctovish. That's pretty good, but we definitely want to keep our steel, and we did get the steel bug. So now at the end of the game, we could be looking for a deals 1 extra true damage per each bug on your board. Well, we're not going to be going bug, so we got the Ditto. I missed the Vroom Vroom guy, but we did get our Lairon now. So really strong start. So now we no longer need to power roll. We got pretty much everything we wanted out of the early game. For the rest of the game now, we're going to be looking for Piplups. We're going to be looking for any steel bugs that might have been added. We're looking for some artificial to see if we can find like a steel coat or anything to give us an extra synergy. The ice synergy would be great. We're looking for some ice stones. That would be pretty sick. Again, we're looking for just some decent items to throw on Klinkling. You know, the faster he gets, the better he gets. But having 3 really tough defensive Pokemon up here with Muscle Bands, that's really strong. I might end up selling out of the Prinplup, but we'll see. Just to get some of those items back. But let's see if we get the Wobbuffet. Alright, so we're looking for... We got a really good Steel Pokemon here. I am going to take him. It's a really strong Steel. We got another Steel Rock here. We will go ahead and take that. Prinplup. Are we going to be going for that? For right now, we can go ahead and... I don't really want to get rid of anything. Yeah, let's just go ahead and sit for a little bit. Save up some money. With the glasses, we could be looking for something like the magnet. We could be looking for the lens to give on maybe the Durant. But we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. We have a really strong start. It just depends on how we finish this one out. So let's see. Genesect is definitely going to be one of our best Steel Legendaries that we can get. I know that there's a couple more. Let me go ahead and take a quick peek at some of those Steel Legendaries. Registeel is a fossil. That's pretty good. Dragon. Anytime you get Dragon into something, that's good. Dragon Rock. Would love one of those guys. Let's see. Always looking for magnets. Magnets are really good. Could be looking for a fossil stone to find the Nevermelt Ice to make an ice stone. It looks like the magnets are getting taken, so let's go ahead and just take a spoon. Was considering the fossil, but I don't know. See, we have a steel guy here, but I don't think Rookidee is going to be that strong. Flying, you typically don't see that with many steel Pokemon in this game. Get the Reaper's Cloth. I don't think I want that yet. Unfortunate that we're off by 1, so maybe if we can win the game, then that would definitely help us with some interest and get some money back for us. So let's go ahead and see how this one plays out. Alright. We should win this pretty easily, so we'll get that extra interest, which is really nice. You see Klang is doing the most damage, so getting the Soul Dew on him, getting anything that ups his speed, like I said, if we can find one more magnet, that'd be really cool. But right now, I don't see anything interesting in the shop. Let's just go ahead and get that money up. That money up, son. All right. Yeah. What we got here? Should probably start taking a more of a look at some of the Pokemon we'll be facing. All my Pokemon are attacking different guys. That's never what you want to see. I do think we can still finish this one out, but when your 3 Pokemon are attacking 3 different guys and all of them are focusing on one, that's usually pretty poor placement on my part. Still working on how I should do the placement in this game. I'm not exactly sure. But we should get up to that 50 gold standard here. And I'd love to keep our win streak going, so I want to start leveling and finding some of the other steel Pokemon. Getting up to 60 would be pretty good. An extra 33% attack percentage is true damage. So that's definitely something that we're going for. Okay, let's see. Alright, we didn't get the magnet we wanted. We will probably take the fossil in case we find a Nevermelt Ice, or even another fossil to get the fossil stone. Alright, nothing here for us. I'm just gonna go ahead and sit tight. Something about the true damage when it comes to steel that really negates any kind of status effect. So the muscle band defense, the assault vest, anything like that, that true damage goes right through it. Even some of the other shields that you get. So having that true damage is pretty good. I might have messed up a little bit and made too many muscle bands, but I just felt like you get so many muscle bands, you gotta use them. We are playing another guy that's only level 5, but he's got a really tough fairy build. Let's see if my steel can. Oh no, I'm getting destroyed. Yeah, really strong item is that upgrade, and we got a Zelf here. All right. So we take our first loss, that's going to hit our money pretty badly. Previously, we would have gotten an extra 5 gold, so we're 5 gold out because of this loss. Looking for some artificial, but I don't think that's going to be our move here. I think our move is to level twice and then roll. And here's a really good steel Pokemon. Let's go ahead and just take him now and throw him in there. We found a poison bottle. So poison steel could be interesting if we find some. I don't know if there is any poison steel actually. I think Room Room might be poison, but I'm unsure. Let me go take a peek. Where is he? Where is he? He is poison, so we can get some poison. We're definitely losing to the Gyarados here. Our high roll strategy of just hyper rolling might not be too great here, to be honest. So let's see. Alright, looking for magnet. Really want the magnet, to be honest. Just add some kind of speed to our team. Hopefully we can get this one down here in case Gligar doesn't go for it, but we do get it, so that's pretty good. If there was a Never Melt Ice, I probably would have taken it for the Ice Stone, but now we can go ahead and get an upgrade on maybe Clang or maybe Aeron, Valeron. I'm not 100% sure how I want to do it. Let's level once. Let's see. I mean, upgrading the speed on Clank is really good, especially when his ability launch 2 gears at the target, dealing as each special. Okay. 110% of the user's speed, so later on in the game, the longer this guy survives, the better he's going to be. Which is pretty solid. We do really like to see that. Alright. It looks like this one's going to come down to the wire here. But I think my Clang should finish it up at the very end, because his upgrade's going to be so good. Alright, we end up finishing him off. We haven't seen any more Prinplups. We haven't really seen anything else steel-wise besides a crap ton of Magnemites. But since we're steel, we're just going to keep on the leveling. Looking for anything besides Magnemite. Don't really find much there. Alright, we're just going to sit and wait just a little bit. Alright, looks like we are facing a ground fight here. Looks like the Dunsparce is absolutely wrecking us. Let's see if my Clang can get some damage into him before everything else on my board is dead. Alright, Dunsparce, I think Clang will probably be able to clean this up with his ability. Yeah, the Soul Dew upgrade, it's the killer. The longer he stays alive, the better he is. And we cleaned it up. So that's a really good win. Definitely a guy we're going to have to watch out for, I think. We get a free level up here, and then we'll get our legendary. We can plop them straight on the board. Looking for Genesect is definitely the best possible one. Other than that, we'll pretty much just take whatever's given to us. I don't think that there is a steel poison. Grass, flying. More. Yeah. Yeah, no steel poison. Alright. Found a steel artificial. I'll pick him up. Alright, we got a steel artificial right in front of us. Alright, we did find the Genesect. That's going to be a really good pickup for us. We'll go ahead and toss him right into the team. Let's see. We'll save that that poison vial in case we do find some more. I think we're probably done with the Prinplup, so let's go ahead and take the interest there. Looking to level, we're pretty healthy to the point where we can tank a few fights and then eventually get to level 8. Maybe even get to level 9, and then we can see if there is any other upgrades that we can do. Maybe getting a Rhydon would be really nice. We can get that rock monster going. Finding some other triples of these guys could be really good. We're going to eventually throw them in. Let's see. I don't think we come up with this win. Somehow the Levani went straight for my Clang. I'm not a big fan of that. Genesect died pretty quick as well. Let's go ahead and take these guys. Let's go ahead and drop some of these guys. Wasn't really paying too much attention to that fight. I probably should, to be honest. But let's see here. Alright, we're playing against the fairy guy. Misdreavus is definitely a really scary Pokemon. Kind of, you can see its Nightshade just destroys heavy hitters like my Lairon. Just went down like it was nothing. Let's see if my range guys can deal enough damage. I don't think so because they are going up against Wigglytuff instead of hitting the Misdreavus. So we are definitely going to lose. That's going to be a really tough team to beat. So let's see. Here we go. Let's see what the first guy is running. He's got the 8 aquatic, 8 water. Yeah, that's a really, really strong build. That's going to be really tough to beat. So I think we're going to be shooting for a top 3 finish here. Sometimes you just have to kind of cut your loss. Alright, looking for choice specs would be a really good one for us to get. Shellbell would have been pretty good. Pokédoll is probably pretty good. Don't get the Pokédoll, so let's go ahead and take the choice specs. Level twice. Let's get to 8 so we can get maybe the Doublade in. Get us an extra artificial piece. I might sub him in now for the for something. Let's see if there's anything I could sub out. Maybe the Bell. No, I need him. Yeah, we can't sub anything out, unfortunately. Maybe no. We kind of want that ice synergy. All right, we'll just keep this as is for now. All right, let's see who we're facing. And we're facing that water aquatic guy. Yeah, I don't think our team stands any chance. This guy got, I don't want to say a high roll, but he got all the right pieces. And yeah, I'm just going to get melted by this every single time, unfortunately. I think I might have misused my items a little bit. Grabbing all those muscle bands probably was not the right play. I also didn't put my choice specs on there. Just not paying attention too much this game. That's on me. I'll try to finish it out a little on the stronger side. So let's go ahead and see. See what kind of items we get here. Choice specs. Deals 200% additional true damage. Let's go ahead and give this to... I believe that does work. Alright, still just working on the leveling here. We are 14 off, so next turn will be 12 off. So we could probably take a loss here unless we play one of the guys on the bottom. This ground guy looks really strong. A lot of strong teams right here. This guy's probably the weakest one. We are playing against him, so let's see how we match up. He does have that grass energy to help him heal during the fight. But hopefully my copies and my Genesect do a little bit of damage here. Yeah, Genesect should clean this up pretty nicely. Not bad. We should kill him, and we did. We ended up getting top 3, so that's really good. The ground guy and the dragon and water guy were the guys we were extremely scared of. So now we can Ditto, level. We are now 8. Let's go ahead and put our Doughblade in, and we got one of the worst ones to get. We do not even have a gourmet guy in the team. So we got pretty unlucky tools here, to be honest. We're finding some additional upgrades. Here's another artificial. I don't think we want to go that route. Let's keep rolling. Friendplup is definitely done. We're looking for just a way to improve our team because we're probably dead next fight. We should be playing against the ground guy, so let's see how we match up. That's a pretty good pickup there. We got a wide lens. I think we're going to pick up the Razor Claw and hopefully get some crits from our backline guys to help out a little bit. We don't need the Beldum anymore. We can go ahead and throw in this guy, get the rock going. And let's see. I missed a Beldum there on accident. Also a Tink. There's another Ditto. Can't really Ditto anything right now. We're probably dead. That's fine. Here's a... that was what I was looking for, to be honest. So let's see if we survive. If we can actually come through with this one, that'd be really awesome. We're actually looking not too bad, but I don't think we're going to be able to beat this Rhyhorn. Let's see. Oh no, we're actually getting through. Alright, we got top 2. So we got top 2. The only problem is I just don't think that there's any way to get better than this. We can't get to level 9. Can't really give up any of our steel Pokemon. But this guy's got to go down. So I guess maybe instead of the Doughblade, let's throw him in. We'll go down to 7 steel. Another Ditto. And just make some fun triples. Found a lot of those this game. But yeah, this guy's build is just insanely strong. Got up to 10 water, so he gets healed. His PP is in Shane for all of his water Pokemon. He gets Aqua Pikachu that comes out into play. Amorphous 5 dragons, so yeah, this is definitely going to be an unbeatable build. But let's go ahead and see, if there's anything we can do, but he can probably just put down his mouse and finish the game off me. Alright. Yeah, we got 20 gold. A Sharp would have been pretty nice earlier on. Didn't find anything. Another Beldum. Yeah, we found good Pokemon, just not enough. It's not going to be enough. See if maybe that does something. Throw the poison. Duskstone, I don't know. Just throw a bunch of random stuff on. This is definitely the last fight. Congrats to the guy that got first place, though. That is a very, very strong team. Very strong team. There's not much to do. Just constantly being healed by the aquatic. Every 8 seconds, uh, you get a wave that heals you. But overall, really strong game. Um, got up to second place. Can't complain with the way that that lobby went. The guy in first place, really good rolls. Found all the Pokemon he needed. Um, Definitely a very impressive build. Got the full Kingdra, Dragonite. You got to find nine of those guys. Great game. All right, thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you have a great night. I'll see you in the next one.